Hello students, welcome to the e-learning platform presented by Mechanical Engineering Department of Dr. Bapuji Saloke Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur. Today we are going to start unit number 3, air compressors. It consists of 12 marks out of your total 70 marks. The learning objective for today's session are: number 1, study of different types of air compressors. In today's session we are going to study types of air compressors and what do you mean by air compressor and its different type that you are going to learn in this whole chapter. And second, study of indicator diagram of air compressors. Air compressors also have indicator diagram on uh, based on PVTS diagram, also called as PVTS diagram, based on the working which we are going to study in today's session. Starting with first, air compressors. An air compressor is a machine which suck low pressure, low temperature air from atmosphere and compresses it to high pressure, high temperature by reciprocating or rotary motion of piston or by rotary motion of blade in a casing. An air compressor is also known as a pneumatic device that converts power using an electric motor, diesel or gasoline engine into potential energy stored in pressurized air, that is compressed air. By one of the several methods, an air compressor forces more and more air into storage tank, increasing the pressure. It is the work absorbing machine driven by the external source. There are many industrial uses of this compressed air. The uses of air compressors are: we know that the compressed air generally is used for many applications, but it is also used for industrial application. Some of the applications are given below in the diagram. First, for filling the air in the tube of vehicle. In the tires, we use compressed air to fill the air. In automobile service station, to clean the vehicles. To remove the dirt, we also use the high pressurized air. For spray painting in paint industries. For spraying the paint, we use high pressurized air. In a vehicle, to operate air brake, that is nothing but pneumatic braking system. For cleaning workshop machines, as I said, for cleaning the automobile service station and for also cleaning the machines, we use high pressurized air. For cooling large building, for supercharging of IC engine, for atomization of fuel in CI engine, in a blast furnace in a factory, and for operation of pneumatic tools, that is rock drills, vibrators, etc. Next part is classification of air compressors. Air compressors are mainly classified into two types, that are two groups. First is a reciprocating air compressor and second is a rotary air compressor. This group is again divided into subgroups as shown in figure. First, the compressors are divided into two parts, that is reciprocating compressor and rotary compressor. Reciprocating compressors are also known as positive displacement compressors. Reciprocating compressors are divided again into two parts, that is single stage and multi-stage. Single stage uses single cylinder whereas multi-stage uses multiple cylinder. Single stage and multi-stage are again classified into other types such as single acting and double acting. Whereas for rotary compressors, they are again divided into two types: positive displacement type and non-positive displacement type. In positive displacement type, there are screw compressor, lobe compressor, vane compressors. Whereas in non-positive displacement there are centrifugal or radial flow type air compressor and axial flow type air compressor. This is the classification of air compressor. There is another method in which air compressor can be classified, which is given as classification of air compressors. Compressor is firstly divided into three types, that is according to the capacity, according to the pressure and according to the driving unit. According to the capacity, that is delivering capacity, compressor can be classified as low capacity, that is 0.15 meter cube per second or less, medium capacity 0.15 to 5 meter cube per second, and high capacity, that is above 5 meter cube per second. According to the pressure, the compressor can be again classified as low pressure compressor, medium pressure compressor and high pressure compressor. And according to the driving unit, that is the driving unit used to drive the compressor, can be also used as a parameter for classification. It is belt drive, chain drive or direct or gear drive. It is also called as a gear drive. So these are the two methods in which air compressors can be classified. Examining a question based on classification of air compressors has been asked in previous examination. So please take a note of above classification of air compressors. Now starting with reciprocating air compressors. These are called as positive displacement compressor because it can displace a fixed amount of fluid or air, that is a constant discharge of air is supplied every time. So they are also called as positive displacement compressor. Reciprocating air compressor is a positive displacement air compressor in which air is sucked in a chamber and compressed with the help of reciprocating piston. The application of reciprocating compressors are the same as that the uses of the compressed air. It is used in automobile service station, it is used for operation of pneumatic tools, in workshop for cleaning machine, in IC engine for supercharging, and in also for braking in pneumatic system, and in spray painting shop. In further in today's session, we are also going to learn the construction and working of single acting reciprocating air compressor. Starting with reciprocating air compressor. The principal parts of reciprocating air compressor are same as that of engine. Figure below shows the sectional view of an air cooled single stage single acting reciprocating air compressor. Both suction and delivery valve are disc type and are operated automatically. They are opened and closed by the difference in the air pressure acting on their two sides and are kept closed by the light springs. During downward motion of piston, the pressure inside the cylinder falls below the atmospheric. Thus, the suction valve opens and atmospheric air is entered into the cylinder. During upward motion, that is during compression stroke of piston, the air inside the cylinder is compressed, which increases pressure than receiver pressure, which causes a resistance on the spring to open delivery valve, and discharge takes place from cylinder to the receiver. The receiver is closed vessel, acts as a storage tank. The compressor is driven by external source, that is electric motor or prime mover such as IC engine. The prime mover will have to supply very high starting torque. To avoid this, hand unloader is used for releasing pressure from the compressor cylinder when compressor is stopped. So reciprocating air compressor again works on the same principle of an IC engine. Next is theoretical indicator diagram. The events described for the single stage reciprocating air compressor can be presented on a PV diagram as shown in figure aside. The figure represents indicator diagram for a single stage air compressor without clearance. During the suction stroke, the air is drawn into cylinder along the line 4-1 at constant pressure P1, which is slightly below the atmospheric pressure. At point 1, the piston completes the suction stroke and starts its compression stroke. At this time, all valves are closed. The air inside the cylinder is compressed along the curve 1, 2. At point 2, the pressure 2 P2 is reached where which is slightly higher than the receiver pressure. At this point, discharge valve opens and the delivery of compressed air takes place along the line 2, 3 at constant pressure P2. The piston has now reached at the top of cylinder and again starts its suction stroke, and the pressure in the cylinder will be lowered again to P1 and the cycle of operation will be repeated. The net work required is represented by the area 1 2 3 4 in the figure given aside. The amount of work done on air will depend upon the nature of compression curve, that is isentropic or isothermal. But in actual practice, compression will be achieved between isentropic and isothermal. Next is the single acting compressor, or also known as single acting reciprocating air compressors. Single acting reciprocating air compressors are always vertical as shown in figure below. The piston is directly driven by the connecting rod and the crankshaft enclosed in a crankcase which is high pressure tight. There is only one delivery for high pressure air for every revolution of crankshaft. It also requires less floor space for their installation. Single acting air compressor basically has only one inlet and one outlet. Next is double acting reciprocating air compressor. Double acting reciprocating air compressors are always horizontal as shown in figure below. Two deliveries from both the sides of piston for each revolution of crankshaft. That is, there are two deliveries of air for each revolution of crankshaft, whereas in single acting compressor there is single delivery of air for a single rotation revolution of crankshaft. This compressor require more space as compared to the single acting vertical compressor. As both sides of piston are exposed to rapid change in temperature and pressure, there is chances of leakage. Considerable large stuffing box is used to prevent the leakage. In examination, question based on the difference between single acting and double acting compressor has been asked. So it is required to write down the differences between the single acting and double acting reciprocating air compressors. Thank you. This is for today's session. In today's session, we have completed different types of air compressor, indicated diagram of single stage reciprocating air compressor, single acting and double acting reciprocating air compressor. Thank you.